And we're going live. Yay. All right, so we are in session 2. Hefathwa has not seen the dreaded arachnid since the reign of Turnerath Kilborn, when these genocidal creatures wiped out 2/3 of the population. They have not been seen since the Age of Magic, and the timing is not coincidence, but it's unclear if the return of magic is in response to this threat or if they are the symptoms of the same problem. The Gem of Tranquility called to you in your dreams. She brought you all together, and she is slowly fading in her ability to withhold magic, the very power that almost destroyed the world 3,000 years ago, from these creatures that would use it for genocide. She has willingly released the power to you in hopes that you can do what she will no longer be able to do. You are now becoming the thin line of protection that will be able to preserve life in the 5 nations. The ancient mortal threats are now a clear and present danger, and they have come for the North, but so have our heroes. The Jarl of the Ursa clan, her and her home, is currently under siege. You have seen in your dreams what will happen if you do not interfere, but the dreamers are here, and the dreamers have awakened. And it is now time for everyone to roll for initiative. All right, so if you can, go ahead and click on your token. Make sure your token's clicked, roll for initiative, and we'll add you to the turn order. We have Vaskin.
I'm not seeing my token. Oh, there I am.
All right, so everybody's going to be on the boat just off the, except for one individual who is. Now, one thing of note, you have all seen each other in your dreams before, or at least that was the vague recollection, or this vague feeling that you had when you first met each other, was that you already know this person, that you've seen them before, that they are something like you. So when you see the bard, you'll have that same idea. However, this will be the first time that you've met her. All right. We're just missing. Oh, we got everybody? Okay. All right. Now we're going to. Wow, we rolled awesome for initiative, didn't we?
No.
No, we did not. All right. So you can see on the screen down to the right of the boat, you can see the one warrior arachnid that is currently threatening and the Jarl, who is located right here, Jarl Kriega of the Ursa clan. There's also some warriors and guards that she has with her. There's at least 3 people down currently, and your instincts tell you that these creatures are not alone, and there seems to be movement in these trees here, and there's also a plume of smoke coming up from the fire that is near the Ursa's home, and individuals that are gathered around it that you can't tell if they're running toward or if they're running away from. It just seems to be general chaos as we kick into the turn order. So the first to go is the warrior, and that warrior is going to move up and take a swipe at this guard. And if it hits, it'll likely just kill him. An 18 does hit. It does 11 slashing damage. So you watch as this creature immediately comes up and with its 2 giant claws, like giant great swords, just slices the man in half as easily as you would with trim a daffodil with a pair of hedge trimmers, and that guy is down. So that is one person that you were not able to save so far. All right. Next up, we have Vask, who's having some technical difficulties. We're adding him back to the stream. And it is your turn, Barbarian.
All right. I am going to hop off the boat.
Okay.
That reverb's not happening, is it?
Yes.
Yep.
God fucking damn it. All right.
Okay, talk now.
All right. I'm going to dash to the shore.
Okay. One thing that does happen with movement speed while in water is that your movement speed is half. With how close you are to the shore, I am going to ignore that rule for this area here that you are allow you to use your full movement speed just to speed things along.
Okay. So that's dash. That's me.
All right. Did he mute himself to deal with the child? He did.
And he's
More
done.
like-
He
Yeah, I said I'm
dashed,
done.
so he.
Okay. All right. So we're done there. All right. Next up is Emmerich Crates. Emmerich Crate it's
Emmerich.
Emmerich.
Ah, but got further away than I thought he would. Oh, you said you're ignoring the water movement penalty, right?
Right now, yes, for just the sake of the current experience. So
I try to go after him and get to about there. And then what is the distance to that son of a bitch? 80. Just need to see the distance. Or 20. All right. I am going to use, since Bass got a little too far ahead of me, the guy down there that we can see. I'm going to use my my star charts, and I'm going to sling a guiding bolt at it.
all right.
That hits.
That does hit. All right, 15 points of radiant damage. So the creature that has just sliced this man in half, still dripping with blood, and suddenly gets slammed behind with this arcane magic. And it is immediately crumpled to the ground by the blast and slowly stands back up and starts to turn toward you. All right.
Hi.
Next we have. Was that it for your turn, Chris?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So Emmerich completes a massive shot to the back, and Laura, you're up.
I am going to shoot that same guy with the longbow. Five piercing. I'm then going to move my character is 30 feet, which is right there.
Roll with advantage.
Huh?
Roll with advantage on that attack.
Why is that?
Guiding bolt. Next attack on it has advantage.
Yeah,
Well, I hit him with a 23, so I don't need.
But you could crit.
To see if you crit, yeah, but
Oh, okay,
see-
fine.
just for the
I'll do
hell
it
of it.
again just to see if I roll with a crit. Why not?
well,
25.
No, at 18, but the
No,
5
25
damage.
is the crit. Oh, you're saying the 18 is
18 versus the 23.
Yep. So it just would have been another roll. But with that 5 damage, so as you are before you get off the boat, you fire off your bow, and I'm guessing that you were not at disadvantage, right?
No, I was not. I have 150
with
feet
the-
with that.
150 feet. All right, so it gets struck by that guiding bolt, and then as it's turning, you hit it right in the core and continue to have it crumple. People are shocked to watch as this creature from their nightmares that has been talked about since the day that they were born, of what has happened thousands of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, thousands of years ago, has just suddenly been crumpled and slain to the ground, and they are ecstatic, but only for a moment. Another creature comes bursting through the tree line, and just like in those dreams that you had, it emits its shrill, distinct call, that shriek of genocidal terror. So anyone within a 30-foot cone, and it is going to scream out at it may not actually hit any of the party, but it is going to, let's go with the cone. See if it gets anybody. It's going to shrill that for it. So Emmerich and Lar, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13 or above.
Oh shoot, I had advantage on. Do I have
All
to
right,
go
so
with the
it's
3?
okay.
I'm guessing.
You can just continue to roll with advantage. That's fine. Because that if you want to, guys just want to toggle advantage on, that way you don't even have to worry about it when there is advantage or when there's disadvantage. We can just use that based on what the
So I
rolls
get the
are.
21, right?
No, you get the 3. So both you and Chris are currently frightened. In the frightened creatures are not have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of their fear is within sight, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Frightened creatures may reroll at the end of their turn.
I don't see the creature that frightened me though.
Yeah.
You don't see it. You had
No.
to hear it, but it is still. And now,
But it's
don't
still
worry.
only going to be it's still going to be within 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah.
Did it say 30 feet?
Got to be within 30
Yeah.
feet. And
Son
I
of
don't
a
see
bitch.
anything. Yeah. All right. Not scared. You can scream all you want, bitch.
All right. Next time, I make that within an earshot. Got it. All right. I know how to improve the monster
I'll
for
get
later.
you next time, Baxter.
All right. So.
There is a way to draw a cone, and I can't remember what it is.
No, it's
Like you can measure it out.
yeah. It's
I did. All right. Has moved 60 feet. And that is with the ability to be aggressive. As a bonus action, the warrior can move up to its speed toward a hostile creature that it can see. All right, so it has moved up to all of you closer. And now for the next one. Let's see if it'll allow me to. Nope. This one stops here. It is moving toward you all, but it is decided that while it is on its way, it's going to go ahead and just destroy another one of these individuals.
What did you just put in the chat?
That was the massive jaw bite.
Something popped up after that.
Yeah, I tried to roll the damage on it, and it didn't.
Back online.
It didn't roll for me. Tried it once. Good. All right, so it does 2d6 plus 3. So I will roll it as. So it does only 6 points of damage, which immediately crumples this poor woman to the ground, and she is dead. And then it shrieks at all of you, but it does not have the ability to, so it will need to wait until its next turn. But you can tell it's prepping to scream bloody murder at the rest of you. You also watch as the trees move, and you can tell that something is moving through the tree line, but you cannot currently see it. All right. The dead warrior takes a knee, and it is back to Vask's turn. You're still muted, Billy.
What's going on?
It's back to your turn. You have two arachnids to within about 30 feet that are getting ready to unleash their genocidal scream in order to try to frighten the rest of the party, and it's up to you to stop that. The Bavarian has surprisingly decided to rage. And 19 hits with his great axe. Doing 16 points of damage, which again crumples the arachnid to its knees, and it slowly stands back up and is not very happy about that.
Outstanding. Not a critical, not a 0. Okay. After that, I am. Oh crap! I forgot I can recklessly attack. Can I?
You could have, yes.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. Now I know. That will be enough for me.
Alrighty. So a thought that goes through everyone in the party's mind is that they're here for the totem. And there's a part of you that realizes that something is happening for every round that goes by. And so I'll go ahead and add 1 to my counter. All right. Emmerich, you're up.
I'm going to go there. And before he gets whacked, I'm going to put enhance ability on Vask. And I'm going to use, where is it? Bear's Endurance. He'll have advantage on Constitution checks, also gains 2d6 temporary hit points.
Constitution checks and 2d6 temporary hit points. Go ahead and roll those for me. Or do you want me to do it?
I got it. Maybe. Gotta move the turn order. It's in my way.
All right, so 6 temporary hit points to Vask. Unless I just had you selected, which I did. All right. Anything else that you're doing at this time?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Next up, we have Lar.
Moving here. And I am going to swing my rapier at the one on the right. And before I do that, hang on here. I'm just reading through my different things because I don't have them memorized. All right, I will just hit with my rapier. And I missed.
8 does not hit yet.
And
What kind of armor do you have on? Chainmail?
chainmail.
Chainmail has a AC of.
I'm a 16. Oh, I don't know why it's not there anymore. It was there last game. 16. Yep.
Yep, got it. Good to go. Alrighty. Any other actions and movements that you're taking?
You know, I'm going to use the superiority die for precision attack. When you make I'm going to just put it in the chat. We'll make sure I can actually do this. When you make a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can expend 1 superiority die to add it to your roll. You can use this maneuver before or after making the roll attack. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. So now I roll a superiority die. What?
Which is a D6.
D6. All right. We'll see if this makes me hit. I'm going to guess a 14.
A 14 was a well-expended superiority die. How much damage do you do?
I do 7 piercing.
7 piercing damage. So it looks as if the attack is going to fail. You swing wide, but then as you are swinging wide, bring the sword back in a masterful swipe that then hits the creature, impaling it or slashing across it, and it crumples to the ground.
So I need to get rid of 1 superiority die.
Correct.
Got it.
All right, we are now at the top of the third combat or combat turn. And first thing that this creature is going to do is to wait. Hold on a second. Where the fuck is the bard?
Yeah. You never added her to the map because she wasn't a part of our group last time.
No,
I have.
I'm in the map.
Yeah.
It's way the fuck up there, and no one's letting me move.
All right, so you've had 2 turns. I'll let you make 2 turns of movement since that's what it's going to take for you to get down there anyway. You can suddenly burst on the scene in dramatic fashion, but the first thing you have to do
I can only go
is
25, so it's like that.
add yourself. Well, hold on. Stop moving for a second. I'm trying to add you to the turn order. All right, go ahead and click on your token and add and roll initiative, please.
Cool.
Since
Should have said something, Cassie.
Trying to be nice and also dealing with my kids. So
That's true.
also, I didn't know what he had up in there to. Maybe I was supposed to say that.
Nobody knows what he has up in there.
Thank you very much.
And
I
also,
appreciate
I
you all.
did roll for initiative earlier. I don't know if we can scroll back up when you asked us to. I got 16.
Okay, but without your token selected, it doesn't actually
doesn't
add.
show.
Token. I did. I'm positive I did.
It must be the computer that decided to just not.
I was
think
too far away.
It's definitely
That's what it
Cassie's
was.
fault.
That's what it was. You were too far away for it to register you being a part of the turn order.
Well,
It's definitely Cassie's fault.
All right, so what do we got here? We've got a all right, so baseline if you don't have any armor, which it doesn't look like you have, I'm like, oh, leather armor. Leather armor provides a base AC of 11 plus your dexterity modifier, so you have an armor class of 14. All right. So how much movement did you make, Cass?
Well, I can do 25 at a time, so I did like 50 for
You
sure.
did like 50. All right, rubbing.
Say go 2 times.
Can you viciously mock?
You did go 2 times. You're good. You'll be able to make another movement with your stubby little legs here in just a moment, and be able to arrive on the scene. All right. All right. So
What are you, Cassie?
I am a halfling bard.
that warrior is dead. This warrior decides to unleash its
Just imagine little tiny legs running this.
genocidal terror. So I need the
Very deadly over
Individual.
short distance.
All right, I'll need all 4 or all 3 members of the party right here to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Chris, now that it actually counts, he makes it. So does Michael,
You mean Lar?
Lar, Emmerich and Lar. And I'll go ahead and roll for Vask if he's currently dealing with kiddos. If I fail, oh, he's there. All
He's
right.
there. He's kicking feedback again.
That's what happens when 2 people are in the same room. But we can
So
hear him
the-
perfectly when he's talking through yours, Cassie. Just let him know that.
My shit's off. I got it. I'm gonna go through Cassie.
Got it. The shrill shriek of this devastating scream is something that you have heard before, and it helps to steel your will in order to be able to handle it. The creature looks at all of you, and seeing that you are unafraid and a more difficult target, decides that it wants to do as much destruction as it can and moves away from you.
I will take my swing at it.
You may indeed.
All right. Please hit. Please hit. Boom, bitches.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
9 piercing.
All right. 9 piercing. So you, as you're running away, you slash at it, and it skips a step but continues to move at its full speed toward, but has to make a dash movement since what it's moving to is not a hostile target. It can only dash and cannot use its ability to be aggressive, and as a bonus action move, take the dash action as a bonus action. All right, so that creature has taken its action, and it is now hold on 1 second.
The thing's bleeding though.
If it can bleed, we can kill it. All right, so bursting out of the tree line, we have another warrior that comes out and comes onto the beachhead and is looking over at
Come on.
Bard and is going to again do its shriek. The Bard is just outside of its reach, and so it just it does yell its scream, which is terrifying, but you do not have to roll unless you'd like to.
Where's the bard at?
North of us.
Oh, north of us? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty far up there.
All right, Vera, it is your turn.
Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I did not expect for a creature to jump out at me just now. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Because I think that's
Talk shit.
not. Yeah, it's only 40, 35-ish, 30 feet away. Get out of here, you long-legged motherfucking hairy ass. Shit. Yeah. This is all I got right now. I'm too scared to get some real shit talking. I'm 3 feet tall, so do my best I can. See what happens.
All right, go ahead and roll. Actually, no, wait, that's my job to do a saving throw, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
These creatures are very wise. All right, what do you need for a saving throw? It is...
I think it's 13. Am I wrong?
Depending on what her spellcasting modifiers could be.
So 13 is your spell DC, so it fails and it takes, what is it? Go ahead and roll your damage for your Vicious Mockery.
Oh, yay.
And that's plus your... Nope, that's it.
That's
That
it.
is that.
That was it on there.
But it has disadvantage
It
on
has
its
disadvantage on the
next
next
attack.
attack roll it makes before the
There
end.
we go. All right, so it is both insulted and pissed off. All right.
I'm seeing his back.
Next up, we have some dead warrior bugs, and now we are on back to the bard, or excuse me, the barbarian. Go ahead, barbarian.
Yes, very musical.
Watch him make sweet music with his axe.
See somebody pop up behind him. He's like, "Come here, fuckface!" And he runs over. Still in a rage, and he's going to. I can use that more than once, right? Yeah, I'm gonna recklessly attack. It gives me advantage. Bada boom. Have a swing. 24.
What?
I have 14 hits
24.
and 6. What's that?
24.
Oh, because you had an advantage because you did reckless
Yeah,
attack.
reckless.
Got it. All right, 16 damage.
My one kind of like hurt him a little.
For some reason, why are we doing this to me? Hello, I'd like to. Oh, thank you. All right, 16 damage. It crumples to the ground and stands back up. Any other actions that you're taking at this time? Any other?
No, I didn't kill it, so I can't cleave it.
All righty. All right. Your attention again turns to the south and know that something's happening down there.
You look over at Vasco. You got that one, big guy?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I am headed south. There. I think that puts me within 60 of. Nope. Wrong one. Yep. I'm going to activate Starry Form with the Archer. And
Where's my good boy?
does the 15 hit it?
A 15 does hit it, yes.
Dingus, what are you doing?
Petting
I
my
don't
dog.
Looks like he's masturbating.
Oh.
All right, so 7 radiant damage.
Why? What's it sound like?
Oh,
Mm.
it sounded amazing. It sounded like
Like
you were
it
doing
is.
your
It
pants
was a lot.
and
Like I'm not doing anything. It's the dog completely doing it because I'm rubbing him in his shit.
That doesn't make it any
All
better.
right.
Let's mute the dog.
Did you give the dog
Masturbation.
happy time?
All right, 7 points of radiant damage.
Dragons is so good.
Slam into the creature. It does the 7 or it does that damage, and it gets back up and is not happy about it being disrupted while it was trying to kill things. All right,
What's the point?
Masturbator, you're up.
Moving
You
right
going fishing? Got to bait that hook.
And I will shoot the one to the south with longbow. 16.
Nope, sorry, it's just the 16. Yes.
14.
14 points of
Piercing.
piercing damage. You watch as the creature stumbles back into the tree trying to hide, and an arrow strikes it and takes it down. Now, the individuals that are currently on the beach, they are petrified by the sight of a ancient evil that has suddenly sprung up out of the ground. And then as they are starting to recover their wits and their mettle to meet that threat, suddenly a bunch of motherfuckers got off of a boat and started shooting shit out of their fucking... A rabbit jumped out of a boat and started slinging radiant damage fireballs at
Totem.
it. And individuals moving like they've never seen before. It's a weird Tuesday. Yes. All right. So at this top of the turn order, as you are looking in the direction of the fire, you can see what seem to be additional bugs and warriors at the source of that fire. So I'll let you go ahead and we'll go through the turn order here and make whatever movements we need to. We have first up Vera to be able to make a move toward the rest of the action, or take whatever action she wants to. Oh wait, we have that last bug. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to take his turn because I forgot that I thought that he was already dead. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a bite at Vask, who recklessly attacked. And so what's nice is I'll be able to attack with advantage as an 18 hit.
Well, you could attack with advantage if she hadn't given him disadvantage on his attack.
That's correct. That is correct.
Son of a bitch. Outstanding.
You say
Fucking
that.
bards. All right. So the creature comes into attack, but is still so thrown off by the insults of the chittering little creature that just came out of the wood line.
I don't have any hair.
It's confused about what it wants to do. Does it want to attack the halfling or this northerner in front of it? It second guesses itself, and its attack goes wide. All right, Vera, you are up.
All right. Hold on, sorry. Vera is she's gonna grab her with an action. I can do that. Get my crossbow out.
With a bonus action, yes.
And then shoot him.
Okay.
Missed it by that much.
An 11 does not hit.
Ooh.
And I will not be allowing the bard to inspire themselves during this campaign.
Talk shit again.
Can I can't talk shit again, can
No, it's an
Nope.
action.
Do you have anything that has a bonus action with it?
I? I don't think so.
If I'm not mistaken, maybe I am.
Run away, tiny scald.
Hold on a second.
Can I move?
As a bonus action, you can use one of you. You can grant inspiration.
That was not the greatest tribute in the world.
I can
It
do
was a tribute.
inspiration right now.
You can grant bardic inspiration as a bonus action. So if you want to select somebody to give one of your bardic
The
inspiration.
only one that I can see would be Vask.
Okay. Do you want to, or does he look unappealing?
Oh, we're gonna do it. That's all. Drink of water. There we go.
All right.
I grant him some bardic inspiration. It reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. He was so tall and giant. He was like 5'2", and it was just.
Oh, wait,
Are you granting him some bardic inspiration? Are you?
All right. I accidentally just did it to the. All right, so a little heart goes on to Vask. Vask, you feel suddenly this flood of empowerment, and that today is going to be your day. If you didn't already feel it, as you have been granted these new powers as a warrior, you feel it even more. And then as you look up, you see a very small child that, you recognize her as a halfling, and realize that this is your song. All right, what do you say when you grant your bardic inspiration?
Ooh, no, that tall drink of water. I can't. You can't. I hope you are successful. You remind me of my ex-boyfriend. He was very tall, buff, 5'2". Gosh, you're a little bit taller. You're like throw me in your pocket.
All right, you don't have that long. It's a fucking bonus action. All right, you can continue though. As the rest of the turn continues. All right.
I choose to play November.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy.
So
as these arachnids that have crumpled to the ground actually start to break apart and dissipate as dust, like Thanos has snapped his fingers, and the bodies decay and begin to evaporate into the
You
air.
missed one. The one in the woods, you missed that one.
Oh, I know. All right. Vask,
yes.
freshly inspired and ready for action.
Yep, I'm going to attack the one in front of me. We're gonna wrap this up. Skadoosh. Skadizzle.
And he has
Skadizzle, and
he was viciously mocked. So no, he wasn't. Never mind.
no, he was not.
Oh, that's very done.
But the mockery does still happen, but it happens in the form of a blade to the face that takes down the warrior that you can see in front of you.
Okay.
All right.
So I look over at the bard. Jexy, no, come with me. And I look over. Right. I look over and see that there is Craig is at the end of the beach. So I'm going to use 30 feet to beat feet towards her.
All right. And we are still in combat and still in the turn order. So
Yep.
Go ahead and continue as we go.
You know me and run away?
I said come with me.
I'm trying.
The second to the last
Here, pick you up.
draw is made, and it is Emmerich.
Come, Frodo.
I'm going to use the dash action. Get myself there. What the?
To use like a spell.
All right. Something just opened up. What the fuck just opened up on my screen?
Did I do
There it was.
that?
I don't know what the hell it was.
Did I do that?
Don't think so. And then as a bonus action, Can I see the bug that's towards the top of the circle?
Go ahead and do a perception check. You're looking through the flames, trying to spot this bug.
Okay. Perception.
15. All right, so through the flames, you're able to see a bug similar to the one that you had seen in your dream, that you recognize as one that digs and burrows. You also see the hole that it is made. You can see inside of the ring of fire the totem of a bear that was also in your dreams, and you see a bug that you have never seen before that is positioned next to the totem, and it looks something like this.
Is
And
its butt in the back or in the head?
that butt thing is filling with a aura that looks a lot like the arcane ball that you are throwing with your guiding bolt. It definitely has a arcane nature to what is swirling inside of its thorax.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna sling from the bonus action from the archer. I'm gonna sling it. That.
Okay, and because of having to shoot through the flames, your vision is slightly impeded, so it would be at disadvantage.
Fine. Fuck.
All right, so it goes wide past, but has now drawn the attention of being attacked. So, any other actions that you're taking at this time?
Nope. Action and bonus action and movement all used.
All right, Laura, you're up, and I'm guessing too that Emmerich the type that would be communicating what he sees as he sees it, or might not have at the time.
Was it just me that saw that particular one in the vision?
So, yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna yell, "New bug!"
Okay.
And
All right,
Emmerich
so
Lars,
with it-
we're at.
Lars, with advantage, you can go ahead and make a perception check to try to see these
All right,
bugs through the fire.
perception check, advantage, perception.
So just roll it twice, or that. All right.
23.
So you see everything that is currently. You are able to clearly see.
Where's it
everything
at
that
on
is
the map? So because you say I can see it. Where's it at? Because I can't see it.
So with your perception check, the DM clues you into where the action is happening. Did you see it now?
No, I mean I'm zoomed all the way out. I don't see.
I just zoomed you in on the location. If you would.
No, you didn't. I'm seeing the same map I always have. You've done nothing for. Like I'm still looking at the same.
Where are you? You're up there. Can you see the red arrow?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah, follow the
Okay.
red arrow.
All right.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
So I am going to go. I guess that's as far as I can go there. And I am going to, with probably disadvantage again, because I'm going to shoot at him with my bow.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Disadvantage though, because I'm shooting through the flames.
Okay.
Just
Yes.
I'm assuming that's what you want me to do.
That is correct.
13.
All right, a 13. And which one are you shooting at?
The one that I can see, which is barely, so I can't really see what it is. It's this. It's
Top of the circle or bottom of the circle?
it's top of the circle.
Oh my gosh, you can barely see.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, you miss. Yeah, it has definitely more than partial cover. So yeah, you miss.
Okay. There we
All
go.
right. Sounds good. Do you want to make any movement though? I don't know if you
That was my movement. I moved to
that
there.
was your movement.
That was my
All right.
30 feet.
All right. So now we have the turn of the armored bug, and let's find out. I don't know if he's going to move just to the edge of the circle of fire and is going to discharge his poison cloud for 9 points of damage. As an action, a noxious gas is emitted from the rear glands, affecting any creature, not a bug, within 15-foot radius and going around corners. And so my townspeople need to make a Constitution saving throw, or they take half damage
Half damage on a save.
on a save. All right,
Yes,
they will
that's
still
what
die.
save
So I
half
just need to figure out who all is within a 15-foot radius. All right. So this come on. All right, so with this gas going off, I need my selector on. This individual, you hear the expulsion of gas, and these three individuals start to cough and wheeze and collapse to the ground. All right. We are back up to the top of the turn order. And out of the hole pops another warrior.
You just refuse to let the board move.
Close the hole. But how?
And out of the hole pops a not what I wanted. Come on. All right. Up out of the hole springs two additional warriors. And that was their movement and their action in order to spring. This one toward the top that was near Vera and Vask begins to dissipate and becomes dust. Vera, it is your turn. And on your turn, you hear a old grouchy voice. Why don't you play one of those songs I was trying to teach you? You move like molasses.
I'm
Would
tiny.
you like to move a little faster?
Of course, I would like to move faster. That
All
tall
right.
drink of water needs my help. We gotta go.
All right, then play this song. And
Once summer,
Ding, ding, ding,
years
ding.
or so.
you play the song of flight. And although that is going to take your action, you now have a flying speed of 60.
Ooh,
So
okay.
you can
More farther than I was.
move 60, and if you could action, you could take the sprint action and fly even faster and go 120 feet, but now it's just 60 feet.
Dash. You know, dash.
Oh,
She
yeah.
can't dash. Her action was to play
And
the
my
song.
action was to fly, right?
Your action was to play the song in order to have you fly.
I'll fly to you. All right, and then where's 60? Can go this far? Do I? There. It's as far as I got.
Ah!
Mm.
All right.
Maybe you should
What
speak
is-
up more when I need you.
What is interesting is that this halfling switches over with a bonus action from her crossbow to a mandolin and starts to play this increasingly, or this tempo increasing melody on her guitar, and suddenly these ethereal wings start to spread out from her, and she launches into the air, going 60 feet.
That's awesome. You get wings.
It's probably like 3 feet of wings
Um,
each way, which is taller than I am.
This commoner right here fucking faints and is now laying on the ground and is
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
by the sight of what she thinks is a flying child. She doesn't get out much and does not get a chance to see halflings performing. So this is her first rock show, and she is now watching somebody fly through the air while playing a riff on the guitar. All right,
Hovering over
Marion
the
is up.
helicopter.
Yeah, so that's these. How high are you in the air?
Well, we didn't go that high, so we did like 15 feet just to fly.
So-
Would that be crazy?
Just above him and off. That's very disconcerting. And he kind of fingers a seal bone in his hands. And shakes his head.
Board of inspiration.
He's like,
You're already
Totem.
doing what I.
There's a flying
Well done.
person.
and instead,
Pharaoh waves.
he hears
Gives
people
a wink.
screaming and knows that his bunny is in trouble. So he's going to dash down there to help them. So he's going to roll in
Is that that close?
60 feet to
Oh,
here.
damn.
Mhm.
Yeah? Or is that rough terrain?
I will.
Jenkins.
I will allow it.
Sound again.
Oh, sorry.
He will allow it.
You good with it?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
He's gone.
Just charging like a motherfucker. Axe up the whole time. It's actually a really drawn out. He raises his axe like he's going to hit somebody up above his head and then goes running down the beach for 60 feet until he gets kind of too tired to hit anything, but he gets there.
Done and done.
Screaming the entire
All right.
time. It's like the guy getting run over by Austin Powers.
So the
Feeling
strange-
more like it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
the strange new bug at the sound of something crashing through the wood line is suddenly, oh shit, oh yes, is suddenly like
I made it.
feels threatened at that moment and knows that there's something moving toward it, looks over and spots you as you're screaming through, and you see fire suddenly erupt out of the protrusion from its front end, and a bolt of fire goes screaming past you and ignites the tree behind you.
Did it attack me?
It was attacking you.
Sweet, I gotta keep my rage. Thank you.
Oh shit, motherfucker. Wait, does it have to happen within your turn?
Mm-mm.
Did it have to happen within your turn? All right.
Well, was that a reaction?
It's almost
But your turn is
Put rage in the chat again. Let me see.
Yeah. We should know this moving forward.
I'm pretty sure it's after your. That's the end of your turn, so you don't get to keep it.
On your turn, yeah, blah blah blah. Your rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you have not attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken any damage. So your rage has ended. You will need to restart your rage.
Okay, I'm turning it off.
All right, and Emmerich, you're up.
Okay.
Can I burn my inspiration to keep it?
Ooh.
30.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Just because Tom's not here doesn't mean that we can't follow the fucking rules. Like,
I know. I just figured we nail this shit down now. I've never done this, so.
if it was if the party was more at risk, I would allow certain things because
You
I
know,
have called you heroes. I will treat you as such.
you know,
All right.
I was raising my axe, attacking the entire time.
He makes a valid point here, DM.
All right. What you got, buddy? Foo. And the Chris decides to rage, but his character cannot.
That one's the armored bug.
Yes.
Start with him. I'm gonna lash out with a thorn whip.
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
30 feet. And you already measured out.
Yep.
All right. So 19. Let me see. 19 on a.
Do I still have
armored bug.
disadvantage, or because it's through the flames, or?
No, you're getting a better picture of it as you get closer to it, unless
Okay.
you have something that's impeding your. Yeah, you've got a line of sight more now. So come on. Were you not assigned to this? Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, that's what you're doing. All right, you do hit.
Okay. For one. Nice.
All right, it is immediately blood. No, I'm just joking. All right.
Immediately blood. 100.
And then
All right.
as
So
a bonus action, I'm gonna send out with like one hand lashes out with a thorn whip, the other one comes around and launches the shot from and misses. That was gonna be from the archer at the other bug.
At the other bug?
Yeah.
All right. Both shots ring out, and one takes 1 point of damage. All right. And the other one, it misses. But you do notice that as that shot is coming in, the armored bug that you were shooting past actually takes the hit, or moves to try to, but it goes wide and does it. So it's almost like that you can see that this armored bug is working in defense of the other bug. All right, Lar.
I'm going to come up next to him. Give him a little protection. I am then going to shoot. Well, there's 3 of them. I will shoot at the armored bug. Oops, hang on here. Gotta put back on advantage. Normal.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it already hit. So 19, does that hit or no?
A 19 to which one?
To the armored one in the center of the flame.
It does. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 piercing.
All right, 6 piercing damage. You can hear it impacting against its armored carapace, and you think that it hopefully is still having some type of an effect. All right. There we go. All right. It is now the armored bug's turn, and he is going to roll a d6 to find out whether or not his poison cloud comes back. You see his glands twitching in the back of his thorax, and
Ew.
yeah, indeed.
How high are
And
these
he
flames
moves up.
around it?
He shuffles back and forth and puts himself in between yourselves and the siphon, and the bug with the growing sack on its back as it continues to draw from the relic. The Jarl has entered the fight, has entered the chat, and as her action, screams out to her people to move back toward the beach, move back toward the beach. Some of them are starting to respond, and on her turn, members of the common folk will try to move away from the fire and move away from some of the dangers. However, she is not fast enough to save most of them, because this one is going to leap through the fire and move up onto this commoner. And take an attack. A 21 does hit.
Wow, what the hell do you got against your commoners? Damn.
I know, it's fucking bad. It's almost like there would have been a benefit for you guys keeping them alive, and that there's a counter happening.
There's definitely an advantage.
They're definitely, yes. All right, so that commoner takes that hit, and as her arm is severed off, she has enough time to be able to scream before her scream falls silent and she crumples to the ground. All right. What other commoners can I? This one. This one has decided that the screaming, yelling, raging through the trees while losing his rage barbarian deserves to be attacked for. Does a 7 hit the barbarian?
No.
It does not. It takes its claw attack. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
A 19 does hit, and it does the damage that it's supposed to, but it's gobbledygook. So we're going to go ahead and roll a d4.
Loving your gobbledygook.
3. You take 6 points of damage. And that damage is not halved because you are not currently raging.
That will get rid of all my temp hit points.
Fucking A.
I love you, Bobby.
We'll be back. All right. Oh, wait. Vera, it's your turn.
All right. As Vera is still flying, we're gonna fly 60 feet over to here.
All right. If you want to get closer to hit it with your rapier, you can dash.
But I don't think I need to perform.
That's a bad idea. Don't do
Are
it.
So pretty sure I can hit it.
All right. Are you outside of 30 feet?
30.
No, we're within 30 feet, so you can roll regular, not roll at disadvantage.
Huh?
You can roll regular. Yep. Go ahead.
My crossbow?
Yep.
In the air. Damn it.
You're better with instruments than you are with that crossbow.
All right.
I'm still flying. It's hard. I'm getting used to it. I've never done it before. You know.
All right, so yeah, you are a little shaky with your wings, and the crossbow bolt goes a little off.
Vask looks up.
And
I didn't know
it
you
is-
could fly. Fly, yes. Land, no.
All right, Vask, you're up.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Roads.
All right. I would like to rage, please.
Yes, your people are being slaughtered, and you are able to rage.
Okay. So rage damage on. I've checked the box. I'm going to recklessly attack the bug in front of me.
Kill it.
Boom, boom.
Recklessly attack for 16 points, or 16 does hit.
What?
It wasn't great.
I heard 16 points of damage.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I
I know you did, but that's not the case.
You got a bonus.
DM is
10
God.
left in
He called it.
I understand. All right, so 6 points of damage.
Can I bonus action try and like grapple the thing?
Bonus action, no.
Okay.
Action, yes.
Groovy.
But I would definitely wait until the new rules for grappling come out because it will be much better.
Have you used the
All right.
Bardic Inspiration on the way out?
I haven't needed to yet because he's had kind of a low AC, so I'm going to save it for like a saving throw.
All right. The siphon bug
Is that siphon bug? Do you like that?
has finished its task, but still, let's see.
Chris, I didn't notice your background was fucking carrots till like my wife. That's
What's up, Doc?
I was trying to find something fun.
Anything?
All right.
changed?
I will find a rabbit saddle.
So the siphon bug rallies the defenders as it is getting ready to make its exfil. The siphon bug's mission is top priority for the Hive Queen. As an action, the siphon bug can send a call that brings all warriors and diggers to defend her. As an action, the siphon bug can call allies and warriors within 30 feet. These allies can use the reaction to make their full movement toward her and make an attack against any creature that is threatening her within 15 feet. These basic warriors do not understand rage attacks. So, are there any warriors? Are there anybody that's threatening her within 15 feet?
No.
There is not. But the warriors do move closer to her in order to defend her as she makes her exfil. They are... hold on. Are not invulnerable to fire damage, but you see that they don't give a fuck. And both take 6 points of damage while standing in the fire. And although they cannot attack because they don't see any attackers within 15 feet, both of them do their genocidal screech. And so we will see who it is that they are screaming at. They have seen attacks come from this direction. They have seen attacks coming from this direction. So both the barbarian and the everybody except the bard needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Made it.
All right. The fighter and the
All of us did.
Of course, the wisest man in the group.
Not only does he make it, he makes it as a freaking crit. So therefore, the bug is scared.
We're not in D&D 1 yet, so it's not an automatic save. I'm considered very smart. Yes. All right. So those that are within eyesight do watch as the siphoned the hole at half its speed, burdened by its incredible load, and watches the armored bug secret services it toward its destination, but is still exposed. All right, Emmerich, you're up.
So is the siphon bug still exposed or not?
Yes.
It has disappeared down into the hole. If you have something that can follow it down the hole, you can. I would allow you to. What's that?
Is it a straight drop?
It is a fairly straight drop. So I mean, if you were able to move up to the hole, you'd be able to fire something down into the hole.
Or what if
it's about 2 meters? It's about 2 meters wide.
Throw me in.
It's about 2 meters wide. I don't know if you can get a proton torpedo down there, but you could try.
What if I just drop it? If it goes into the chat. What if I just target that on the hole?
Moonbeam. A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius. 4 feet high cylinder.
40.
40 foot high cylinder centered on the point, on a point within range. All right, so I'm gonna give the siphon bug, if you're I'm good with you doing that, if the siphon bug can have advantage on its Constitution saving throw. Actually, no, we'll just do it as a fucking straight roll. All right, where's my siphon bug at? All right, it's Constitution saving throw.
13, yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
Half
mates.
damage.
half damage. All right, go ahead and roll that brilliant 2d10.
Can I give him my bardic inspiration?
Yes, yes, you can. That we've done in the
I
past.
wouldn't increase my.
Yeah, that wouldn't increase the spell DC.
Yeah, it's
That's true.
DC.
That's true.
And the only thing that you can give away is DM inspiration.
I have that too.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
wait, you do.
Yes, he
Actually,
does.
you do. But you can't give it for this instance.
So
All right,
4
9
damage.
points of damage.
Honey, where?
It's something secret.
All right, 9
Let's
points of
keep our-
damage.
Separate.
All right.
Cheers, Cassie.
Cheers.
All right, so you expend your moonbeam down into the hole, and you're not sure whether or not it hit or whether it did any damage, but you do
I have
see
one.
the warriors and the armored bug scream at you as if you've done something that they did not like.
The armored bug, bonus action, story form, orchard, and a miss. Fuck.
All right. It is now Lars' turn.
All right, question. Going through the flames, do I need to do some kind of a saving throw to jump through the flames?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do an acrobatics or an athletics check, either to jump high or to jump well.
So here's the plan.
And-
I am jumping down the hole after the bug.
Okay.
I'll do an athletics. Is that what you want, or what do you want? I have Constitution. What do you want me to do?
So for you, your
Don't do that,
dexterity
don't do that,
basically
don't do that.
goes to Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Don't jump down the hole.
Yeah.
Too late.
You didn't
Yeah, I
read
made
the
it.
photo?
Yeah, you masterfully jump down into a hole and descend down into what you feel like was a bad idea.
I'm going in.
Oh, I don't care.
All right, okay,
I
so-
land on the bug, so it doesn't matter because that bug hasn't moved.
got it.
And now I'm going
Right.
to hit him because I get to take my action once I've jumped down the hole.
That's
You're gonna
You do get to take your action, and
he's right though.
how much movement did you have in order to get to the hole?
15.
15. All right, so it is still in front of you. It is just within the limits of your dark vision range, so you are at disadvantage with being slightly obscured, or with being obscured.
You said you screw it. You're going anyway, right?
I already went in. You couldn't
You
tell.
didn't
You
make
couldn't have
lots-
told me that.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why?
You're the
Moonbeam.
What?
You just jumped into the moonbeam.
No, the moonbeam happened before I went.
No,
Yeah,
it's
a minute.
concentration
I
up
can
to a minute.
move it.
Did it?
What?
It's
What?
there for a minute. It's a concentration spell.
Oh,
I can move it.
Can you turn it off?
I'll go slap the rabbit.
Wait. Laura, would you have moved into what is essentially
No, I would not have. I did. I thought that was just an action. That's all I thought it was.
okay? So you would have been able to see that,
And
this-
I would have not
this-
jumped in the
this
hole, and I
beam
would have
of-
been
of
right
energy
here
that
next to the
obviously-
hole to attack.
All right, so
Yes.
all right, so I will let you have jumped over the flame, and we will rewind for a second. And you did not jump in front of the 50 or the 240, letting off a belt of ammunition, and
No.
instead
Correct.
have
I'm
jumped
not-
to the side of it and are making an attack against the armored bug.
Yeah, I'm going to make an attack against the armored bug. I guess I will shoot at it through the moonbeam.
Wait.
And Chris, go ahead and
Or is that not how
uh,
it works?
put inspiration on your sheet for letting me know that that the damage effect of that spell.
Hey, Chris, is it 2d10 anytime you enter it?
Yep. Or start your turn in it.
Those are acceptable odds for a raging totem. I'm going in.
All right. Make your attack against the armored bug.
I gotta,
Okay.
He said he was shooting down the hole. I thought.
I still got to with that.
So am I next to the armored bug, or am I shooting at it with a bow? I don't know where this bug
You are
is.
next. You are next to the armored bug. In order to switch over to a melee weapon, you're going to need to use a bonus action in order to change over, and then you can take your action.
Or I can just shoot at him because he's down in a hole.
Yeah, remember
Right?
how the bug holes work in Starship Troopers? It's not just like, oh, he's at the bottom of a well.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it takes a turn. You can't see.
No, I'm saying I can still shoot at him with my longbow, even though I'm next to him, because he's not next to me in terms of I'm right in front of you. He's down in a hole. That's what I'm saying. I can
Okay,
use
so
my
go ahead.
longbow without disadvantage, is what I'm saying.
You cannot.
Okay, I'm
Yes, you
lost on why I have to use an action to take out my rapier when he's down in a hole.
You don't have to. You don't have to use a bonus action to take out your rapier, but you do have disadvantage on trying to shoot a bug that's scuttled down into a hole. The likelihood that that hole takes a turn as soon as it goes down to that hole is one that I am leaving out to the chance of disadvantage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like,
Or I can just rule it as
So,
total
rapier.
cover.
There's a hole. There's got to be somewhere that has.
All right.
Oh, I lost. Fine.
To.
Okay,
You can't just
cool.
Wait, you hit it
Next
with your
turn.
rapier?
No,
You
I
hit
did
with-
not. I did not hit with rapier. I hit a 9. I don't have advantage on him unless you count me as being above him as having advantage.
is it in melee range?
We don't know that, I don't think, because it's.
No, no,
That's
I
what I
thought
don't
you-
understand. I'm completely lost on this. You're saying that
Okay.
I'm standing above him in a hole. That
It's
would
a
be advantage with a
Starship
bow
Troopers
shooting
bug
down.
hole. It's a Starship Troopers bug hole.
I want Refslin to explain it so I understand because
Okay,
I'm not
explain it
understanding.
to you. All right, have you ever seen a burrow of a creature?
Yeah. I've also
like-
seen where I'm standing above it with a fucking rifle and can shoot into it perfectly.
Right, but it
it-
doesn't take a turn at all.
Big-
But if it's
Like
like
what
damage
burrow
from
do you see that
moonbeam,
goes straight?
it's straight down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. The moonbeam's going straight down into it. So
Yes.
He's got a point there, but
he does have a point there, but the idea that trying to hit something that has gone down into a hole with a flashlight is different than trying to hit it with a bullet.
yeah, right. Easily a disadvantage. I mean, Jenkins, come on, man. You're shooting an arrow down a what would you say, 10-foot hole? Like
Once
it's
you hit-
a 10
Well, it
foot
was 40
diameter
foot hole, I
hole.
thought.
10-foot diameter hole.
but I can see the
Where
target
it's
because of the
40 foot down,
moonbeam. It'd be
2
like a
meters wide,
well lit target. It'd be like being on top of a wall against somebody coming up against a wall. It'd be the same thing.
You ever seen
Okay.
somebody with a 50 meter
All right, so with
that is on a moving
so
target with a rifle?
That's
So-
fine. I'll take disadvantage. I don't care. You get my point, though, Nick. I'm
The-
looking down on you. I can see you. How could I
How?
not shoot at you?
because it's outside of rapier range, which is what you hit. So did you want to instead shoot your bow?
Yeah, that's what he said from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
you
I
hit
said.
rapier.
Oh. Oh. I thought I hit. I'm sorry. They're right
Naughty
next to
kid.
each other.
Naughty Jenkins.
Well, I missed with the rapier, so I missed with the bow. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll just go with that.
All right. Any other actions that you want to take at this time, or bonus actions that you want to take at this time? You still have.
Actually, yes. I'll use another one of my superiority dice.
Okay.
We'll see if I can increase that. So I'm going to knock that down 1, and we'll roll a d6.
Okay.
So 11 doesn't do shit.
11 does not do shit, but you have him running scared. It does get him to continue moving that way, and it has greatly distressed the armored digger, whose turn it is next. He rolls a d6, and on 6, his poison gas does come back, and he uses that as his primary weapon to discharge a poison cloud that does 8 points of damage. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Crit.
All right. With your Constitution saving throw, you only take half damage. So go ahead and take 4 points of damage.
What about the siphon bug?
I was about to say, with a crit, crit
What's that?
still half or no?
That's still a
It's
save.
still yeah, you saved.
Okay.
But it's still is 4 points
So
of
half.
damage.
What
Crit
was
only
it? Four.
counts on
Four.
attack.
It's still 4 damage, or it was 8 damage total.
Yep, so it's 4 damage that you take with the successful saving
That's what I
throw
want to
that
know.
you
Thank
make.
you.
All right.
Is
And the other
siphon
thing
bug
that you're
within
going to
15
have,
feet?
since you have not used a reaction, is that you're going to have a chance to hit at the poison bug as it continues to go down, that it starts to go down into the hole and is also taking 2d10. So if you want to roll that.
I can roll. I can roll.
Nope, he does.
No, my moonbeam.
Oh, you son of a fucking bitch.
Yeah, sure can.
All right, so go ahead and roll an attack, Jenkins, for the.
Am I using longbow this time?
I would say that you're not switching over your weapon, so you're waiting until it's outside of
Okay.
the
So
5 feet
longbow.
away from
Even
you.
though I know I rolled rapier, I meant longbow. So
Did
am
you
I
roll
rolling
rapier
longbow?
again?
I don't
Yeah,
want.
go
I'm
ahead
not
and-
rolling shit until you tell me.
All right, go ahead and roll your weapon of choice. 11
doesn't
does not hit, but it does take 20 points of damage, and you hear a piercing scream. I don't know if you want to hear this or not, Chris, but it had 2 points left as it descends down into the. There's no bonus to that, like with your. Doesn't have like 2d10 plus your. No, it's just 2d10. All
Yeah,
right.
it's just 10.
So it is almost as it is going down, it is filling in the hole behind it and cutting off the warriors that have been left behind. On Carl's Yega's turn, a lot of these commoners are starting to move her direction, assembling on the beach, trying to get away from the fire and the hole that have happened, and are moving toward her at the sound of her call. With the start of the fifth, or is it sixth changeover, the fire that had been surrounding the totem pole dissipates. And it is now this warrior right here's turn, and it is going to seek its revenge against this half elf. It is first going to scream, and it's
Not a
just
half elf.
terror. Go ahead and do a wisdom saving throw.
Who's doing a save? Wisdom.
You are, sorry, Lord.
He's doing a scream at you.
And with an 11, you do fail and you are frightened and can't move toward it. You also have disadvantage on attacks and blah, 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 blah. And it is going to claw at you for 7. And as scared as you are not scared of that claw. It is going to move in the direction of.
Oh, but I get to attack it then because it ran
You
away
don't.
from
You
me.
already used your reaction in order to attack the digger bug as it descended down into the hole. You
No,
only
that
get
was
one
my
reaction.
attack. That was my attack.
That was your react.
Oh, you're talking
Siphon
about when you
bug.
ran again. Okay. Yep.
All right. So it has moved up there. It has taken its action, and it is moving toward the friendly folks of the north. All right. And this one here has also heard the call of the Jarl and moves up to meet them and stops for a quick snack of mutton.
Mutton?
With a 9, it does not hit.
Yeah, because I'm not a sheep.
Yeah. Not a sheep.
Oh.
That's definitely not
Is
sheep.
mutton? I thought mutton was.
Mutton's
No.
land.
My attack of
No.
opportunity against that creature from moving away from me.
Yes, you
Ooh.
do. Yes, you do.
Wait.
Because you were
within
not
5 feet?
scared.
Yeah,
Alright, go ahead.
Scared.
Go
before
ahead, please. You're going to want to interrupt the crit that I just did with the claw attack.
Yeah. Just because.
This is probably the one that's broken too. So
Yes, that's a good hit.
That is
Come
a
on,
hit?
kill it. 12.
Fucking A.
I love you, bunny friends.
All right. So what Emmerich sees is this arachnid coming straight at him, claws extended, snaps, misses, and then comes down with its claw. And at that point, it realizes that it's dead and crumples to the ground before it can actually make its devastating attack against you and slides into the dirt.
Thanks for letting me do that.
All right. Vera, would you like to do something?
Yeah, please kill the other one.
You're just going to fly around, or what are you going to do?
Like he's changing.
The halfling road operator is back in the fight.
Everything keeps changing. Come on.
I just have to ask, how can she fly already? What is she
Ask,
got?
Jason, don't ask.
It's a bonus. It's a
Magic.
racial feature of halflings, I think.
So Bear's gonna fly like over here, staying about 15 feet in the air-ish.
Okay.
And then, because I think,
Vicious Dimmock.
yep, yes, I'm gonna shoot. God damn it, I missed again. I'm still learning, guys. I promise one day I'll get this.
You really need work with, you should just stick to your instruments. It's way better.
My instrument, god damn it.
All right.
I like flying. I'm gonna learn it, and you guys are gonna appreciate it one day.
How do you keep rolling a 3?
Every single time she's rolled a 3.
Maybe
Oh, I have?
Oh,
Every
Yes.
single time?
I think so. 3 times in a row.
let's double check your. Hold on a second. Let's double check your.
that could be a thing.
Ooh, yeah, it is 10.
No, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a thing. There is the possibility that you could roll.
There is the
3.
possibility you rolled it
Several
3 times in a row, but
Yeah.
it's highly
Oh,
unlikely.
yeah. Let me try one more time.
Let's just see what happens for the 4th time. Nope, it's not
Ah,
that.
well,
It's not that.
that attack would have hit.
I give her my key of inspiration.
Take it off your fucking sheet.
I'm taking it off my fucking sheet. She hits.
For real though?
She hits. All right, 12 points of. Oh wait, no, Ed.
No, you need to roll your
Roll
damage
your
there,
damage.
Vera.
8 points of piercing
It's so
damage.
good for me. Yes.
You have drawn first blood. Well done. The creature does not even stumble. It continues toward its prey, or it stays steadfast on its prey. And it is now the barbarian minus a DM inspiration's turn.
Yep. I'm going to move up 30 feet.
Ooh, come on over.
Here,
Come on
in front of
over.
my boon.
Come on over.
In front of my 2 favorite people, I've decided. I'm
All
not.
right, they both get opportunities of attack if they'd like. No, yeah.
I'm not quite in melee range. However, I will huck a javelin at it, and I'm not at
All right.
disadvantage.
Huck that javelin.
I would like to use my bardic inspiration for advantage.
Okay. No, you get to roll a d6 to add to it.
Okay.
Did you forget how bardic inspiration works because you only give it?
What?
Can I use silver or
D6.
silver tongue real quick to like make him fall in love with me?
All right. A 13 does not hit. However,
I maintain my
you
range.
feel as though you had a much better chance of being able to hit this creature, and that better chance is now dissipated from you.
All right, so that
You are
maintains
still-
my rage, and can I also do a bonus action to like do a bear totem-esque roar of challenge at this creature.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Alrighty.
All right, you emit a roar that is.
Start coughing.
The hard part is that even though it's mostly dissipated, that poison cloud is still drifting through the air, and
Right.
it kind of catches in your throat as you are trying to issue a.
Show me your war face. Bullshit. Practice.
All right,
And at this point, Lar looks over and goes, "Roar! Such a
mighty
good
rabbit.
job."
the mighty Herringon is ready for battle. Go ahead.
Is the siphon bug still?
The siphon bug is now gone, and
Was the hole blocked?
the hole was blocked by the digger bug as it left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
flip that bastard.
Mhm.
All right, fine. Since I can't continue to burn the siphon bug, I will move my moonbeam onto the warrior.
Got it. Ooh, just take one.
And don't worry, you're moving it over the top of dead people. It's all right.
Yeah, I know. They got red X's. I'm good.
I'm sad.
All right. So with the movement of how far are you able to move it?
Let me double check it.
I'm gonna move up and check here. All right, moving up to 60 feet in any direction.
Yeah, that's
I will also make the assumption that while you're moving it, it does not have the same damage capabilities. You can't like move it through a group and singe them, because if I have you
It's not a Death Star beam.
doing
I
that-
don't think so.
All right, so it blinks out, moves to the and does how much damage?
2d10 says 7.
7. What was the other 2d10 of 11?
Yeah, you had 11 and a 7.
I have no idea.
You must have rolled
All right,
twice.
so the-
So 11.
So the 11 is the going,
Works
and you
for me.
see this bug crumple to the ground and get up slowly. Like on a scale of 1 to 20, I would say this bug is feeling like a 1 for sure.
Stay the fuck down.
You
As it is
finally
trying-
hit with
as
that. Finally.
As it is trying to get up and says, "You can't fuck with me," suddenly a radiant spear comes through the side of its head, ripping it out, and this commoner that is standing right here, about to be attacked by this creature, is like, "Oh my gosh!" As the bug crumples to the ground and this man shits himself. And at this time,
Clean that up.
the combat is over. The Jarl is still issuing commands, telling people to go and get buckets to put out the flames that are currently ravaging these two homes, and to look to the wounded. And the commoners begin to disperse around and attempt to provide aid to those individuals that are there in the village. For most of them, their eyes are closed and they put sheets over their head. But we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are any of them dead but not dead?
Wounded? I think is the term.
Like, well, they're at 0, but not. They haven't failed like death saves, or they didn't take. Uber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need a little help. Oh, can that happen?
It can, and it's at the DM discretion. So of whether or not NPCs can have death saving throws. So if there are spell slots that you are looking to expend in order to give, it will need to be magic healing and not like a medicine check in order to stabilize them. But if you use magic, you'd be able to save an additional commoner based on go ahead and make a medicine check though to identify who is still clinging to life and who is already foregone. All right. So you were able to identify a commoner that if only there were magic that were beyond this world, they would be able to be saved. And what spell are you using in order to try to save them?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So while the commoners are all gathered around lamenting the death of one of the commoners, suddenly a blue light begins to surround this individual, because that's a ranged spell, correct?
No, it's touch.
It's touch. All right, so you move up to, and as you touch him, you this individual begins to stir and comes awake, and their wounds that they had received, a giant slash across their face as they are sputtering up, begins to close and heal in front of everyone.
So
Can I also use
Healing
Cure-
work.
Yeah,
Or cure
I
wounds.
also have cure wounds.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll a medicine check. It is at a DC 10. It's not that hard, but it is a 50-50 chance of failing for an average person.
One medicine.
All right. So who is it?
Where am I?
We'll go ahead and say this girl right here.
Yep.
If you were able to heal twice her hit points, I will say that it still succeeds. Go ahead and roll the cure wounds.
So
It's in your spells.
it's not
oh,
because I have cure wounds, but it's the mandolin, and we weren't able to get it into my spells.
Okay. All
what
right.
is that?
So cure wounds. Emma,
But let's
it was
look
a.
and see what it is. Like I'll Google it, or I'll.
Oh shit! It doesn't show me.
Wounds.
No, I got don't worry about it. So cure wounds, I believe, is
1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
all right. Go ahead and roll that 1d8. All right, 6 points of damage plus your
Spellcasting modifier.
spellcasting ability, which is +5.
Acting show.
You do so. She is.
It says,
What's up?
oh, 5. It is 5.
Yep. So she is badly wounded. It does not seem like it is going to do anything, and she comes away. Her wounds do not immediately heal up, but they do lessen, and she is able to get up. She will still have a nasty scar. She is not as recovered as
Can I do healing word?
but she does. What's that?
Mhm.
Another one can't do it,
But
does
she does.
Vask see this?
What's that?
Does Vask see these two people come up after these guys touch them?
Yes.
Can I? Because I'm really close to them. You know, they're like next to me. We would walk over and do like the Muslim abasement prayer. Like they get down on the ground on their knees. Yeah, he's doing that, but he's touching each one of them. Like there's some sort of spirit.
Okay. And so the rest of the commoners are absolutely shocked by this display and begin to treat all of you with an amazing reference. There is one individual that is one of the older gentlemen that is down by his daughter and is, like he has this look on his face like,
Okay. Where?
why did you choose them and not mine? But he doesn't want to question what are essentially these gods in human form. And
I ain't not human.
what's that?
I'm not a human.
In humanoid form.
This is probably a big deal
But like,
for everybody
see,
anyways.
I'm sorry. I just had to get to someone who I could reach fast.
The totem and the angel just healed people. Yeah, we get
Like, I
I got 3 more personal spells. I mean,
God damn. Somebody got
All right,
help.
so the individuals continue to work toward moving or bringing
The dead to
water
us.
to the fires.
Oh, okay.
Or are you all just continuing to? What are your actions that you're taking at this time?
At this time, I'm going to help the people move water to put out the fire.
All right.
Raph's gonna stand up and clap not Muriel, but Jenkins on the shoulder, like in I don't like him, but like a thank you gesture and move towards Greg.
Why?
We haven't hit last round, but it's appreciation and moving.
I would like to.
And I just
Right.
do a head nod to him, and that's it. We both know there's still a rivalry there.
No, but
All right. So
I'm happy for your help.
Well, no, but it's just the head nod of, yep, gotcha.
Yeah, right.
So while this is happening, those last two arachnid creatures begin to dissipate into ash and dust and extinguish. The totem that the siphon bug was at has been knocked over, and whatever it was that they were interacting with has been taken from it, and any other actions that any party members looking to make at this time.
I'd like to ask the I can't remember her name now, but I'd like to ask her, was there something special on that pole that's knocked over that's no longer there?
Okay, so as the fires have been put out, now there is more time and attention that can be paid to what it was that the bugs had come for. And the Jarl is instructing some of the locals to re-erect it. And as they are doing so, it no longer is able to stand. It seems that at the base of this totem, there was a empty, or there was that there is a hollow point in it that was chipped away at, and inside of it there is what looks like a gem that is similar in nature to the one that you've seen with Tranquility in the temple. However, it is darkened and matte-like, as opposed to being radiant and translucent.
And Lar found that.
It was found as he's looking to investigate it. You could he does. Lar, would you touch it or would you leave it where it's at?
I would touch it. I would reach down and look at it, and
Can
if
I
I
move
can
over
pick it up.
and shove him out of the way?
And what?
Can I move over and shove him out of the way, like offended?
You could do a
Attempt to.
Yeah, I would say that you could attempt to shove him, and Laura, you can do a contested acrobatics or athletics check.
What do you want me to roll? And him to roll?
Oh, sure.
Athletics for you, and probably acrobatics
for me.
Laura.
Okay. We've done this before.
All right, so
Real easy to get a guy when you've got his back to him.
Like he would touch
you were not able to see him doing it until he was already doing it, but this was to be able to stop grabbing. So you shove him as he's grabbing it, and push him prone to the ground. But he had the gem in his hand, and it tumbles away. All right, what's your reaction, Lar?
Boy.
I just shake my head and say, okay. We'll see where this goes.
You touch nothing here. This is not
Yes.
your land.
Fine, I will touch nothing of yours, and you never touch me again, or you lose the hand.
Whoa.
I can fix it.
Whoa.
What's,
And you, Totem, shut your mouth.
what's interesting is that you
Now
can-
he says, no,
Nope.
attack, unarmed attack.
okay.
But I don't want to do like a party cleave kind of thing. Would we want to do that with like a proficiency style roll? I'm not pulling out my axe and cutting his head off, but he's
Right.
insulted my people, my assumed friend, deity. I will not let that stand.
Got it? What are you going to do? An unarmed attack?
Yeah, I'm not going to pull my axe out and try and cut his
Right,
head
yeah,
off.
I would hope not. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know that I have unarmed on my sheet though.
No, you
I
can
don't
do.
have
You
anything
can do
like
it.
that.
You can do an athletics check.
Athletic check. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you miss.
So with that contested roll,
You've
so
been doing
you,
good, Mikey.
What's that?
You've been doing really good on that. It's like every time we do that one.
you go to hit him, and he dodges his head
Uh-oh.
away.
Uh-oh.
The Jarl also steps in and steps between both of you. Does she step into a thorn whip?
She stepped between me and that. Wait, where's
She
the-
steps in between those two.
Well, I don't know where he's at.
I'm not
guessing that
fighting
he's
Emmerich
closer.
right now. I'm fighting the other guy. I don't
You're
know
in
what
your
you're
mouth,
doing.
though.
Well, fine. Then I'm just gonna get the rapier out and cut your fucking head off.
Oh, now the axe is out.
Ooh, let's not do this.
Go ahead and we'll re-enter the initiative roll and go ahead and
Okay.
clear it out.
Let's do it.
Hold.
And go ahead
No, no,
and
no. I like it.
All right, there you go.
8. An 8. You critical rolled in between our two. Like the integer is a crit.
Why are you rolling initiative on this bullshit right
If you
now?
want to pick a side, baby girl.
I'm
Somebody started some shit.
asking the DM. You shut the fuck up.
if you would like to be able to try to take actions in order to either interfere or to do anything, then yes, you can.
This is awesome, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for
Do you
doing
see
this.
mine this
is-
time? Do you see mine this time though? Because like,
Let's find out if I see yours this time.
okay, because I'm looking at my totem or whatever.
I see you in the turn order. All right.
Yes,
So we have that.
queen.
The only one we don't have is Jenkins, who has gotten a
No,
17.
he's in there. Jenkins is
All right.
Yeah.
I
All right.
feel
So, Laura, what is your? So you can tell that he has become hostile. What is your action that you take?
The action that I take.
Yep.
Well, did he actually hit me with his whip? That's the
No,
first
we
question.
have so because it was
He
not
threw a
just
thorn whip. That's why I got
You
reactive.
did.
No,
That's
because
the thorn whip came out, which is why I said, fine, if you're going to attack me, I'm going to 100% attack back.
Oh,
That's
shit.
why there's a thorn whip.
so he has prepped the action of a thorn whip. It will happen on his turn, but because it has
I
escalated
initiated
into-
it.
Because yes, but the thing is that the thing that determines what order a attack happens on, you are all trained warriors. You can tell that somebody is shifting in order to attack, and you have the ability to be able to respond to it, unless.
We got this. Nick, let it roll.
Go ahead and roll the damage on the thorn whip attack if that's what you're doing.
Are we like right next to each other, or are we a little bit apart?
Yes, we are. That's
Oh.
where we are on the map.
Well, that's gonna be less fun then, because I was gonna pull you towards me.
All right. So, Laura, you take 5 points of
I already
piercing
took it
damage as you
down.
were hit.
It's already down.
Okay. And
And
then
now I get to do my 25
It is your
rapier
turn.
on him.
okay.
And my response is, if you draw blood, I draw blood.
You opened your mouth.
All
Tired
right.
of you being
You
all
were
high
dumb
and
enough
mighty.
to come into something that's none of your business.
Okay.
This isn't my
And
business. I'm here to try to stop
Emmerich,
stuff.
it is your turn.
I'm going to say to him, remember what happened to the bugs, implying the moonbeam, that I stopped him from jumping down.
Yeah, you mean 2 of which that I killed. How many did you kill? 1?
And then I'm going to heal the 5 damage I did.
All righty.
And off of that, I will sheathe my sword.
All right. You don't have the opportunity to shield your sword yet because it's not your
Oh,
turn,
it's
but
not
you
my
do
turn.
have you do have the intention of shielding your short sword, and that can be read unless somebody misreads it with a insight check. All right. It is now Vera's turn.
All right, Harry's gonna come over by this mess, and with Silver Tongue, I'm gonna start saying the right thing at the right time, and Vera is going to basically, listening. I feel like the DM space is saying something wrong.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say.
No,
Emmerich, make
I'm
sure
confused with what your face was doing when I was about to use this.
Okay,
Huh?
go ahead.
What?
No. I was looking at Emmerich's spell slots. Just make sure that they're up.
Oh, I was like, I was saying something, and then Nick's face was like, "This is."
No. Go ahead. Yes, please say it.
All right. So here's when I come over and say, basically, I don't know any of you, but we've made it through a portal for a reason, and I don't think the reason was to fucking kill each other. We don't know any of you yet. I have not met any of you yet. We just fought these giant ass bugs. Fucking stop it. And let's talk.
All right.
And I'm going to respond with, I find wisdom in that.
I'm sure you do. Silver Tongue.
Doubt it.
Jarl Kriega, as long as you're able
You're doubted,
to.
I immediately look at you and go, we can continue if you want.
I have more story forms. I'm good to go.
And I have more of my rapier and my bow, whichever way you want to go.
All right.
That's all the barbarian.
So, Jarl Kriega stops or yells, "Stop," and says, "Passions are high after a battle, but it is time to calm ourselves, to lick our wounds, and to find out what it is that these creatures have done. Vask, I know that these are sacred items, but I did not know that there was anything inside of our totem. The myth and the legend states that this totem was brought here hundreds of years ago and was erected. But there was never any mention of it having a stone like this at the base of it. We need to take it to Gothi and have her examine it to be able to find out if this was the source of the attack against our people that has resulted in so much bloodshed."
She said that in 6 seconds.
Well, I'm hoping that everybody has calmed the fuck down and we don't need a fucking initiative order anymore.
No, I'm still raging.
I mean, I thought
You are not still raging.
enough that
Yes, I
everybody
am.
believes.
I used the
me.
silver tongue on you.
Silver tongue on you.
I'm still raging.
You're raging.
All right.
I could still have Moonbeam running too.
That is what she used as her action. What is your action, Vask?
Yep.
Wise.
So here's what that action is. He does this at first. He's raging. Does a great axe attack. He does this, and she says her 32-second, 6-second thing, and he stops just before not hitting this guy. And he drops his axe to the ground, and he turns around and he bows to Krega and says, "By your will, Jarl."
Pussy. But why didn't my silver tongue work on him?
Krega grabs your great axe.
I dropped it.
I know, from the
Nice.
ground.
Picks it up,
Oh.
apparently.
She holds it in front of you and says, "How dare you make a strike when I had told you to stop?" That happened within the first few seconds. Did it not?
This man has defiled our land and our.
And that would bring you to such a rage that an object is destroyed and she takes your great axe and cracks it over her knee.
Hey, I need that.
We all need him.
These are nothing but things.
He looks down, casts in
The
his
sacredness is found in the people. This totem represented the strength of our people. Do you understand, Vask?
Vass drops to his knees and abases himself in front of Krega. It's one of he's forehead on the ground and his hands like in the prayer symbol above his head.
He's
staying
doing
on
this.
top.
Yes, Billy's doing this.
Yeah, thank you. Your wisdom to guide us.
You are chosen to defend our people. You have been chosen by the totems to be rewarded with this power. Gothi has seen it, and she has shared these visions with me. But this, you must learn to control your rage and use it against our enemies and not our allies.
And then
Will you do this, Vask?
standing up, or not standing up, but pushing a hand up and like looking up at
Yeah.
her. You
Hold
know,
on. He went.
from here to like looking up at her. I know.
Like,
I'm
I'm doing this.
If you had a fucking camera.
All right, so raising up to his knees and looking at her, he says, and he gestures around at all the dead villagers and the burning town. Is this your vision of protecting our people, Jarl Krega? Is this the vision you have seen? Is this what Gothi has seen?
Is this what you saw?
I came here.
The visions that you have all seen of this moment is everyone dying.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you did. You want me to play the?
Yeah,
Although it was just a brief snippet
say,
of what it is that you saw. But
everybody.
you have
He
seen
definitely
where,
saw that.
where the bodies of
I saw a
everyone
way
that
to
is
prevent
around,
it.
everyone that was around you, and the way that, and realize that if you did not come here, that all of these people were going to be dead.
So we should face both death and dishonor by letting a Southlander defile our most sacred things. Yes?
Whoa.
The
Ken.
Southlander.
The Southlander is something he should not have. Should I not take offense to that, Jarl?
Did he help you save your people that are still alive?
He's a
Was
kill
he the one
Tiny
defiling it?
From afar.
Was he the one defiling it, or was it these creatures that defiled it?
I did not see them touch it.
They did. Look at these markings on the totem. They are the markings of claws. Does this man have claws?
In the gem buried beneath it, he felt entitled to touch it.
I mean,
Man.
out of game. Let's be real. Jenkins searches and touches
I'm
everything.
gonna have to step in and say,
He-
"How
he
dare you
most
talk to
surely
your
alludes-
queen?"
I don't know who Jenkins is. My name's Lord.
So the Jarl
the
turns to Lar. The Jarl turns to Lar and says, "What were your intentions when you touched it?"
I was only trying to investigate why they were here. That's it.
Curiosity kills
I
the
wanted to know why the
Defending
buffs were
homeland.
coming to this point. Why was it they were defending it from us so hardly?
Krega is a spineful woman.
Does anyone understand him? Can anyone speak for him?
Yes, I can.
Well, I
I
can't.
don't understand.
I
I
can
don't understand his tongue. You can understand her, Jenkins,
But she can't
or excuse
understand me.
Large, but she can't understand you.
That makes
So
sense.
who will speak for this man? Vask?
No, let's not let
I
Vask
know,
speak for that man.
I know your mind about him. Is there anyone else among you that can tell me
Hi.
what he says?
Hello. It's me down here.
I see you.
Hello. I made it. Up here.
Are your feet now touching the ground?
What?
You are most welcome here, Divine One. What is it that you would say?
Well, I can tell you what he's saying. I know what he's saying to you.
I can understand you. Go.
Great. He wasn't trying to do anything with that at all. He wasn't trying to defile it. He just, I mean, you know, one of those things. Curiosity kills the cat. Ha! You know, he was just investigating, make sure, like, you know, we gotta figure out what's going on. You know, we're all here for a reason. So some people get mad real easily, and you know, some people want to investigate real fast. You know, we're all jumping the gun a little bit because we don't know why we're here and what's going on. So, gosh, I think tensions are high still, and you know, we're just all reading into things too far. So, we're all gonna be okay. I think. Let's calm everyone down. Can I do a persuasion check?
This is nonsense.
I'm ready to cook his brain.
What would you say of my house, Carl Vask?
I mean, in terms of his strength, his debonair looks, his aggressive rage. I mean, where are we going with this? I mean, you gotta be more particular for me, because you know, I have lots of things I could say about your Vask.
Okay, I see I'm not going to get a unbiased opinion in this impromptu court that we have assembled.
Oh, well, listen, he's having a moment. He's getting real worked up. It seems like he feels just a lot of emotions are happening, you know. It's his homeland, you know. You can't fault the guy for, you know. So, but at the same time, can you fault Lair for trying to figure out what's going on? You understand. We're not.
And I understand what she's saying, right? I understand what she's saying, correct?
I'm sure you do.
You
You
understand
can't
what
understand
everybody-
exactly what
We
she's
all
saying.
do.
Hang on, Bill. I'm actually
Go
asking.
on.
I understand what she's saying, right?
You do.
Me?
I look over at her and go, "It's Lar."
All right, so Vask.
You sure don't understand what I'm saying if I'm speaking to her in a language that she understands, but you don't. So maybe
No.
not.
Krega.
And you understand what she. So yes, she doesn't know yet that you can understand other languages, but cannot speak them.
Krega.
Okay.
The-
Well, at that point,
the-
when she says
Yes.
Lair, I go, "It's Lar," and now she understands. I understand the
Yeah.
language.
Yes.
Well then.
Jarl Krega starts to walk away and beckons for Vask to join because it looks like he has something that he wants to say.
Sure. He walks behind her, as is appropriate in the culture.
And she goes into her home, and you can follow her in.
But he does gesture for Emmerich to come with him.
Okay.
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 Okay. So he walks in her home and he stands appropriately abashed and waiting for her to initiate, as is their culture.
So she has initiated walking away and going inside her house, and has beckoned for you to follow.
Right. And he walks
Want me
in.
to move you?
Emmerich comes. Right? Emmerich?
As I walk away, I say, why is another person's token moving with mine? What the hell?
Can Vera go like stealthy and like follow them?
As Emmerich is walking away, because I heard him say it's
Huh?
Laura, I said that's why we fight him, and kept going.
Like I said, can Vera go stealth and like kind of follow behind and be like invisible?
You wouldn't be able to be invisible at this time, but you would be able to come to the window and be able to try and attempt a stealth check in order to be able to overhear.
Stealth check to over here, but I'm only 3 feet tall. How am I going to see through a window?
Well, see whether or not Baron
Fly again? I can't
Jarl
fly
Vega notices. I'll see whether Jarl Vega notices you trying to
climb.
listen in on her private conversation.
Okay.
It shouldn't be hard.
What happened to the stone before we go too much farther?
Don't worry.
Tumbled,
Lars playing with it in his hands.
You knocked him over. No, you knocked him over, and the stone tumbled out of his hands.
Yes, but
Where
Laura
is
went and
it
picked it
then?
up. Laura went and picked it up and is now just holding it and looking at it.
Okay.
You don't know that though.
No, I don't know that because I followed Craig.
Why wouldn't you know that if you can see the stone in his hand?
No, he's
I
inside the
followed
building.
her.
I'm not.
He walked away while he was doing it. All right.
I thought
I'm
Craig had it.
investigating this. I'm doing what I originally intended.
I thought
regardless
she had
of what
it.
other
Somebody
people
was supposed to look at it.
Huh?
What's that?
Me
What'd you
what?
say,
Say
Chris?
that again, Chris.
I thought somebody was supposed. I thought Craig had it.
No, it tumbled to the ground. She said that it needs to be taken to Gothy in order to be examined.
Okay, I thought she was holding it when she said that.
She did not. It tumbled to the ground.
Oh, well,
I didn't know it fell on the ground. No, who knew?
before we move out, can we address the stone thing?
Yes.
I think that if we're gonna have a big moment here, we should address like, hey, I pushed you. Oh, never mind, don't worry, and like walk off.
Okay.
I would want to get the stone. I think that Lara also does. Is that correct, Jenkins?
No. Obviously, you tackled me. Obviously, you tackled me for. Well, if you guys didn't go inside with the stone, and you tackled me for a reason, and we're disengaging.
Yeah.
So you
you
just assume you have the stone? I don't remember.
No, that's not what I said. Cassie,
We're resolving this.
Vera, that's not what I said.
Let's resolve it.
They went inside without the stone, so I was going to play from there. And if we're not going that route, I will go back and I will not grab the stone. That's what I'm doing.
Can we resolve the stone thing and then move from there?
Yes, we'll romance the stone. Go ahead.
Let's romance the stone. After we've gotten past our initial drawn of the blades, this is not for you to touch, Southlander, talking to Jenkins.
Well, apparently it wasn't for anyone to touch. It was inside of a totem.
In my land.
Did you put it there?
Did you?
No.
Jenkins,
Therefore,
go ahead and roll an insight check.
Sure.
I wasn't even allowed to do a persuasion check.
Okay, so as you are examining him and as you are listening to the things that you're saying, you have the realization of if this barbarian had come into your land, how you would be looking at him and the amount of honor and respect you have as a defender of your own nation. And there is a moment of empathy, and you have the full right to be able to completely suppress that. But there's a part of you that understands where he's coming from and being defensive from what you would have as far as a suspicion of anyone from outside of your nation being there.
Okay. With that, I will go with, I'm sorry. I was only investigating why they were attacking. I should not have presumed.
Vask looks at him, touches the seal bone to his pouch real quick, nods, and picks up the stone, understanding that this Southlander may not know his culture.
Okay.
And he follows the orders of his Jarl, to shut the fuck up, and he does that, and follows her towards her hut.
All right, she comes in, and what is the stiffest drink in this in Scrael?
It's called it's called the blood wine.
Okay, but it's a distilled alcohol. It's not like just a mead or anything like that.
It's a mead that has wolf blood dropped into it because they're the Bear Clan, and they distill it using that as a flavor component.
Okay, so as she comes in, as you are following her in after resolving what it was that you were outside and have now joined her, you see that she is pouring herself a drink.
And I wait by the door, not at attention, but almost ashamedly, waiting for her to speak.
Somebody shaving their face.
No, that was just some interference. All right. So she does look at you, Vask, and then looks over at Emmerich. And Emmerich, you see her fighting off that same kind.
Okay, again, mute yourself.
Stop.
Fighting off that same kind of reverence that Vask first showed when he first met you, and just kind of this shock. She hasn't seen one of your species before, and although today has been a day of first, she's also having that same kind of response, but looks to Vask and this is a first for me. I don't yet have the words. Today has been a hard day.
I fear it's one of many hard days to come. I have a story to relate to you.
Related.
Tell me.
Indeed. I have had the dreams that several of us have had. And I consulted in Gothy Weirdmake, and she told me that I would be going on a journey. And I traveled to the Ice Spire Arch. And when I stepped through it, I was in the Hall of the Totem. And I met this, and I gestured at Emmerich. I met this one there. He is an honorable individual. He has given good counsel. And when I went there, I was spoken to by a great voice that told me many things. And when I left that place, I came home to find that a week had passed and that you were supposed to be meeting with Ithia, and I was to come find you. Is a madness taken me, or is this something that you know of?
This is something that I know of. In this same week that you have slumbered, Gothy has been with terrible visions. She was in bed with fevers for 2 days. And when she came out of it, she was muttering more hysterics than usual, saying that the clans must be able to unite to be able to save us all.
I am considered a wise man here, but I must confess the wisdom of this eludes me. I have to ask you, Gregor,
Told you.
why does Gothi give counsel to Ithia at the den without you present?
She left on the boat before I did. We were to arrive at the same time. However, there was a disturbance that as I was leaving the ground, I was alerted that there was a rumbling under the house. And when I investigated, then there was the attack that happened.
And Gothi did not foresee this?
Gothi did not foresee the moment of the attack, but she did know that there was an attack coming.
And why were our people not more prepared then?
More prepared for what?
Gothi told you there was an attack coming. She just didn't know when. And our people were slaughtered for what?
Our people were
We did
saved.
not alert our warriors? Where were our warriors in this attack? Luckily, I came here.
Our warriors
our
are
Jarl.
dead on the beach. You passed them as you came.
I didn't know that. I wouldn't have said that if I didn't know that.
Yeah, I understand, but there's only 3 of them there, so you know.
Yeah.
Just so I have a concept of this conversation, is there a bunch of warriors besides the 3 on the beach, or is this a very small group?
That seems a little light.
There are this battle was not just happening in the few moments that you arrived. There was a
Are the ships out to sea, Gregor? Are all of our warriors on raids?
where was the commander of the second shield?
I told you. I was in the realm of the totem.
And who do you think is responsible for assembling the warriors?
Their leader.
Who?
Their Jarl.
Their Jarl has appointed her housecarl to be in charge of the second shield in this town's defense. You were missing. They are looking for you.
I bow my head and forgive the fact that there is a first shield. I bow my head and say, yes, my Jarl, I have failed you.
Now, what do you think was assumed when you have been missing for the last week?
I've been missing.
Yes, but what do you think was assumed?
That I was dead.
Not that you were dead, that you had been captured. Our troops have been dispatched looking for who it was that had taken you. We assumed that it would be the Wolf Clan or one of the Southerners that were seeking retribution against these allegations of murder and piracy that have become more and more prevalent against our people due to the actions of the Wolf Clan.
So Vasquez hurt. So you assumed I'd been captured by the Wolf Clan.
I assumed that you were not here. I assumed that you were not here, and that there has never been a time that you have left than a day's hunt in order to, without giving express word of where it is that you are going and what it is that you are doing.
And I know that you are a powerful Jarl, and that if I were to vanish one day, the defense of our city would not be completely destroyed by my actions.
They were not destroyed by your actions. They were mobilized.
Jarl Krega, we are an honest people. What has happened to our people in this town? Look at them. Look at them, my Jarl. My Jarl, whom I would kill myself for, if given the word. Look at them. I have failed. Yes, I have failed. I was not here to defend my people.
You were here to defend your people.
At the end, yes. And that's when the turning point happened. But why were our people not defended until I showed up? You are powerful. You are the Jarl. I know your history. Why?
Okay.
What happened?
So let's take a moment and let's look at the capabilities of the warriors that are actually
Right.
assembled right here.
Right. Yeah. There.
All right, so this dude right here has
You roll
12
one.
hit points. The rest of the commoners have 4 hit points. They are able to do 1d4 damage with a sling, and the fighters are able to do 1d6 damage.
Yeah, dude, we know this. We know this. Yeah, this is RP.
Yes. But you are asking why
That's what. Yes, he would ask that. Why can't I? What?
you can, but what you are asking is
What Vask would ask?
yes, Vask.
He would ask that.
You are asking why it is that we were not defending ourselves. We were defending ourselves against a threat that wiped out 2/3 of the population in the time of magic. What magic did we have to defend ourselves with? What heroes did we have to defend ourselves with? We did not have that until your boat arrived.
Vask bows his head and he feels ashamed. He feels ashamed because he's asking unfair questions. I did not mean to judge the bravery of our people. Or
No,
you.
you have judged me
Or-
as a Jarl. And what is it that makes you think that it is your position to judge me? You think that because you have come back and you can scream like the bear and you can run like a wolf, that you suddenly have the authority to judge me?
He walks up a little bit closer to her, not like bro on bro, but like a little bit closer to her.
Persuasion check.
Okay. Like I said, I wasn't trying to threaten her. This will be not bad for a 0 persuasion. That's a nat roll.
Nicely done.
All
All right.
That roll. So
right, so he walks up to her. He does walk up to her respectfully. He looks at her. I am the bear. And then he kneels down in front of her on both knees. And I follow your command, Jarl Grega.
Thank you. Can we now do what I came into my home to do?
Yes, if that's your
She
command.
turns and she moves toward her bed and lifts it up. And there is actually a crawl space under the bed. She moves down into it and takes out what almost at first appears to be a skeleton wrapped in old tarnished rags and the fucking.
He did. Yeah.
All right, and pulls out this wrapped, um, wrapped cloth, and says, "At the time that this totem came to our village, there was another ancient object that was taken, or that was brought to this village as well, and that one day it would be needed again. And oh my goodness, Vask, you can sometimes have the rage of an impetuous child. And I almost second guess whether or not it is yours, that you are the one that is supposed to wield it. But you have made your apologies, and this is to be granted only to the one who is the savior of our people and for all people." And she unveils a double-headed axe to replace the one that she had broken in front of you. And she says, "This is only a tool. It is a tool to protect. It is a tool to serve. But objects are not what is important, not when we face this threat. Use those tools in order to preserve that which is important." Do you understand?
I believe I do. Well, Gregor.
Now,
I think I need
believe.
to grow into this weapon.
What's that?
I believe that I need to grow into as I hold it.
Can you guys hear me?
I do not
Yeah, we can hear you.
feel the power that this weapon is supposed to import upon me, but I feel that I will grow into it.
Now, I also need a ride to a meeting that I'm supposed to be at. Can you provide that as well?
Yeah, hey, that was the whole. Yes, my
We
Jarl.
will talk on the ship about your misgivings about this meeting.
My misgiving.
Your concerns with this meeting. Correct.
Told you need to work together.
You cannot trust the wolf. You cannot trust Ithia. You know this.
Wouldn't you trust anyone?
Do we not keep
Jarl
do we
tells
not
Trust?
No.
do we not keep dogs?
At
In
this
the
point, me and Vera knock at the door. Can we come in, or are we supposed to just wait out here?
Just jump
Yes,
into the.
Emmerich
Come in.
could also have
Come
something.
in, honored guests.
So Lara and Vera
Oh,
both walk
please.
in.
Speak to the totem before the Southlanders.
Hello, I'm here now.
And I look at Emmerich first, because you're in there too right now, Emmerich, correct?
Yeah, I've been in there the whole time, and it's really fucking awkward.
It's super
Well,
fucking awkward.
I'm not a part of the awkwardness,
Like,
but I look at you and I say,
like feet, like.
tempers were hot. My apologies for my actions. Thank you for the healing.
You will not speak in front of my Jarl without.
Hey,
No, it's a one more.
hey.
Even more awkward.
I then look to the barbarian. Then look to the barbarian and go, is this going to continue? Can we just please figure out what the hell's going on, and then we can continue our problems?
I will
Let's
tell
figure
you
that out
what's
first.
going on is you will speak to Jarl Craig up Broken Lip with respect, or I will separate your head from your shoulders.
I wasn't speaking to the Jarl. I was speaking to Emmerich.
Yeah. Was he speaking
To the totem?
Jarl?
And then I look to the Jarl and I say, my apologies. I was not meaning to be disrespectful to you or your area, but I felt an apology was needed to what he has called Totem, I call Emmerich.
Are we done?
The Jarl looks at Vask.
Shutting up.
Are we done?
I think, still has a hand on the battle axe or the great axe that she's trying to hand you. It's now.
Are we sure? But are we sure? Him? Don't trust you right now. Don't trust you right now.
But no.
I like you.
Don't care. I gave you some inspiration earlier, but right now, I don't fucking trust you right now.
I'm the only one. Alright.
What do you mean you're the only loyal? You're loyal to one person, and you can't see behind that blind loyalty for what we don't even know what our mission is, which could be literally anything.
Skull.
When they're bad, they need to die.
Skull.
We haven't even gotten that far. We don't even know what we're doing. We're just trying to beat some bugs.
Actually, Hendrix got a point. They're bad. They need to die.
Fought a battle with you. You're kind of cute. Love
I
it.
respect
But I don't
you,
even know you
Skull.
guys. We've barely met. So,
Skull, I
yay for
respect
this.
you. I respect you, Skull.
All right. So this whole conversation is happening as preparations are being made to be able to sail it. And I like the spicy conversation. So you continue to have this conversation.
Spicy conversation going to happen.
Is it fair that you are getting ready to travel back to the tavern as the Jarl is instructed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who needs to roll the D100?
I didn't want to make that assumption. Let's go ahead and have Emmerich
Jarl is in
roll
charge
the
of
roll
where
the
we go.
D100.
Can anybody tell me that? Like,
You can try, Master.
I certainly fucking will. I'm just asking the question.
Because she is the Jarl.
She's Jarl, but that doesn't mean that's our fucking mission. I'm asking, why are we going there?
It's my mission. I'm going there.
We
Goodbye.
have a mission, but I think like all of us have a mission.
Well, I am going there. That's where I am going.
Okay, like I said, blind loyalty.
You fighting it, Chris?
Like a great guy.
Vera, I don't disagree with everything you're saying, but on this one moment, I have to.
I mean, I
agree
don't
with
want
my-
to stay here. It's like really not like my favorite place to be. So, like I'm gonna get on the fucking boat, but like moving forward, I think maybe we should all have like a team discussion because like I don't really.
At this point, I actually look
What?
over. I look over at Billy and I go, "She's all yours."
Vera, and as the boat is being prepped, and you are giving being boisterous as you are, you suddenly realize though that the tone of everyone that is helping to prepare the ship shifts as the boat is getting ready to take off and become much quieter and look more alarmed at how you are talking, and realize sometimes the danger of bringing a halfling along with for a trip, and they are
We
becoming
have the collapsible boat. We can tell we're behind it.
Yeah, we got the collapsible boat.
You
We're
want a
good.
fucking halfling on your
Yep,
boat?
you can definitely. But Vera, you start to remember some of these stories that have been told about what can be encountered on the sea.
Yeah,
And-
so if they're scared of halflings coming on, or a halfling is scared to get on a boat, because like
They are scared of the way that the sound of voices can attract the beasts of the sea. They do always appreciate a good drumming to keep the oars in sync with each other. A horn blast that echoes the same sounds as the wailing of the wind and the cry of the rock in the distance
yeah, but
blends in, but they are concerned about too many loud voices on the ship, and you
Yeah.
start to
Vera's family has heard all of the stories from all of the lands. She's not really well off with her family right now, so she's a little more boisterous and tries to keep things a little light these days when she's not around her
daddy
family.
issues,
But that
yes.
doesn't mean that she doesn't know tales that other bards have brought back home. So she knows how to zip her lip when necessary.
Daddy issues. Gibbs.
Fuck right off. Nah, she's not mad at you because she thought that you respect bards, and apparently you do not.
So for Vask, while on the ship, are you examining the axe that you've received at all?
Yes, I was, because it's been handed to him, and it's not a usual kind of weapon. So what's going on with it?
All right. So as you are holding it in your hand, you are looking at it and see the detail and the masterful construction of this weapon. It is far superior to the axe that you had. There might have been a moment of heartbreak at your axe being broken over the knee, which was actually fairly impressive for the Jarl to be able to do. But she was upset at the time and also amped up from the actions of the day. But the axe head itself has two different, the blades shimmer with different light, and as you are moving it back and forth, you can see that one blade has a reddish hue on it and the other has a bluish hue on it, and you start to realize that this feeling of it being able to be a blade that can devastate with fire and can devastate with the chill of the ice, and that these options will be available to you when you rage. Did you look over what the...
Yeah, I did. Are we getting rid of the other two options?
What do you mean?
So it says it can do fire, cold, or bludgeoning, or standard slashing.
Correct.
So it can do like bludgeoning, slashing, fire, or cold.
Right. So at the time that you are raging, you'll be able to decide
Between those
what type of damage the blade is doing. So that means if you encounter creatures that are like, if you find yourself just that are immune to fire damage,
or immune to slashing, you can do bludgeoning. Or yeah, I got it. Love it. Yep. I love it. Thank you.
And then there are, I think I gave a hint in there in the description that at level 5, other abilities might become available as well.
I did. Like a level up. I really appreciate that. Like a level up axe. That's so cool.
Okay. And then we've only got 15 minutes left. We will find ourselves at the tavern, and
walk in and buy a couple beers.
So as you arrive, so you are traveling in the folding boat behind the Jarl?
Well, yeah, if she's coming with us, yeah.
I said about that because they were.
What's that?
About the halfling.
We have warriors traveling with us.
The halfling behind us.
You're putting the halfling behind you?
Well, that's an idea because they were concerned.
No, she's riding with me. I want to speak to her about our most recent battle. I want to tell her about some of my battles before that and about how impressive I was in those battles. And she can respond how she wants, but I'm a very impressive wolf. I'm considered very intelligent where I'm from.
Persuasion.
Thank God.
I just want to know how this is.
Thank you. Please roll badly.
And Vera,
please roll badly.
Vera, you can go ahead and do an insight check to...
Wait, she gets hints? Oh, no.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a good.
That
That
boy
was, good,
back.
that was a good persuasion.
All right. So, Vera, you're able to do
Am I doing an insight check or like?
you're doing an insight check.
So basically, special forces.
Body.
In the Army National Guard.
I mean,
Yes, I'm a Navy SEAL.
he
All right,
already
so-
kind of told her off earlier, though. So like, she's
Some
not
chicks
gonna
like that.
No, they don't.
Some do.
Cassie, I gotta tell you, I know it's difficult for you, but
No. But like,
you can continue at later points doing additional insight checks, but
but you didn't let me say anything before. Like, I've literally not been involved in this.
I understand.
Bullshit.
But
You just got to yell at me earlier, and then I get no reply.
I didn't yell at you.
Continue. I will do my role here in this game. So just continue.
yeah, you will continue.
I
There
know.
is a piece of you. There is a part of you that
Okay,
tells you that
continue. Go ahead.
you are withholding your admiration or disdain for this individual. You need more information, so you'll continue to be watchful of his actions, but some of his stories he is able to tell, and they might make interesting songs for the future. As the boat pulls up and the banner of the Jarl of the Ursa is flying, Mama Yuki does come out onto the pier and is ecstatic to see the Jarl, and comes out to greet her and tells her, "My goodness, it has been quite the challenge getting these two groups of individuals that do not like each other to control themselves. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to keep these children in line?" And the Jarl looks over at Vask and at Lar and looks back at Mama and says, "Mama, you have no idea how much I understand exactly what you've been going through." And Mama also looks and sees the blood that is caked to the Jarl's face and looks at all of you and sees the blood and gore that has been washed off somewhat with salt water, but Mama is used to seeing the untold tales of sailors and warriors that come through her tavern and knows what a difficult day that you have had. She is ecstatic, though, when she spots the small halfling standing up and says, "Oh my gosh, what is your name, young halfling?"
I'm Vera.
Vera, do you sing?
I just throw a tune here and there.
Dear God, thank you, because you'll understand, but it would be amazing if you would grace us with a song, or at least please give a few tips to our
Have you not had a bard in these?
we
Bard
do have
now,
a stalled. Yes, the thing is that he loves to sing and he loves to play. He does.
What is?
As you are walking into the tavern, you hear the echoes of a song, and it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of, and it is the worst karaoke experience you've ever heard, Cassie.
Vera.
So in your case, all of them.
No, Cassie, I'm telling you that is what Vera is experiencing, is the easiest person to ever follow up during karaoke. And as you walk in, you are able to recognize Tipple, who is a halfling that you have actually heard of before. Let's see if we can get
Of course.
my PowerPoint to work. But
There we go.
he is an individual that is very good at gathering information. And he's been working up in the north for a while, and he definitely would love to be able to explore the art of playing and singing, but nobody wants to fucking hear him. And
This is
we'll learn more about
the greatest song.
Tipple as we
are not
continue.
bringing Trevor with us.
What's oh yes. Yes. All right.
Yes, we are.
You can tell very easily that he is singing to a young woman who is moving between very demanding patrons, and you can just watch as she is just desperately trying not to make eye contact or encourage him in any way, but still he continues to try to woo her with song, and that is Natara the barmaid, who is moving back and forth. There is also Gothi, who is sitting at the bar. And hold on a second. Yes. Gothi, who's sitting at the bar, and we're going to get to. She is actually muttering to herself while sitting at the bar looking down. And Vask, would you be concerned about where the location of Ithia is?
I would definitely be concerned. I would walk up to Dorothy, and I would buy like a round for the companions to come in, even grudgingly so for Lar. And then I would lean into Dorothy and say, "Where's the wolf?"
Okay, and so she is staring down at a cup of stones, and you've seen her using these mystic stones in order to help interpret visions. She tosses them out almost like bones, right?
Yeah.
And she keeps talking to them though, which is a new thing. She keeps and not in anything that you can actually, it's just like whispering to them. And she says she's talking to. She's in the meeting. She's in the other meeting room. So there, I don't know if you can see it.
Where's Vera on this table? Because I don't see her.
She's not on there yet. Hold on one second.
I'm so tiny. I'm like kind of underneath the table.
No.
So as you were walking in,
literally couldn't see nothing right now. By the way, just a big black
you
box.
can't see anything because you're not actually there yet.
Okay.
Boom! Now you're there, Vera.
Yay!
All right. So as you were walking through this area, you could hear the sound of the Jarl inside this room, Jarl Ithia. And then what's interesting is you hear also the sound of Valka in the same room, and his words are not slurred. And that's actually the first individual that you hear, and he is talking quite excitedly. So being able to try to understand or figure out what it is that they're talking about, or coming into their conversation, is going to be one of the options the next time we're meeting. There is Gothi, who is talking and muttering to herself. Emmerich, you are right here next to Vera. Can you?
Nope. It's like the
I know what it is.
lights are all turned off on me.
The lights are all turned off on you. I know what it is, and I will fix it. Zinga,
Bunny's back.
That works a little better.
how you doing now? All right.
Yeah. Okay.
There is.
I, 'cause 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 I
here at the table right next to the bar, there is actually a arm wrestling contest that is happening between members of the Ursa and the Wolf Clan. And then another thing that will start to happen in the first few minutes of you all being there is that your companions that came with you to help deliver the Jarl are going to begin to spread the rumors of the actions that the four of you took while you were at the home of the Jarl, and the confirmed accounts of the ancient arachnid threat being back, and that it is likely the end of the world, except for there is hope found in our unlikely heroes.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Is there a sparring ring in this inn?
So one of the things that you know very well,
Somewhere we could perform.
Mama Yuki does not allow fighting inside of her establishment. Even harsh words exchanged could likely get you kicked out or banned. So you're going to want to be extra careful with your interactions with Lar. And Lar, you're going to be extra careful about touching.
You notice I haven't picked my drink up.
You should ask Vast's permission before you pick your drink.
Actually, that's exactly. Am I allowed to have a drink out of this mug, or is this a part of your land and I'm not allowed to touch it either?
You are funny. You are funny. Drink.
As I say that, I actually pick the mug up and take a drink out of it.
And this reminds me of something that I completely forgot to. Lar, do you have damage currently? Still, even after
I'm down
the
4 points.
Okay, so you actually had 5 temporary hit points, and Emmerich, you did as well.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I did. I completely forgot about it.
So
too.
really, I'm at full health.
At the start of as you arrived at the coastline, my God, that is the best crab clam chowder that you have ever had in your life. And you would love to be able to have some more. And it filled you with such resolve and fighting spirit that you feel like you could have taken 2 punches to the face and not even been dazed.
Yep, because we had some of the food on the ship.
You did take some food with you. The two of you did.
Yep.
So there is something to investigate about that crab clam chowder, and I believe there was a stout dwarven ale that was also mentioned.
It was ale, and it was ale and chowder. You're correct.
Yep, and then the other pieces would be the about what it is that is going on with Ithia, Silverfang, and Valka, and there's likely to be something that occurs with the. You could jump in on the arm wrestling match, and dear God, somebody help out that fucking Scarred that can't sing worth a shit.
Sounds like Vera needs to get up there and sing us a tune.
Before they do that,
because she's into karaoke.
And this is in preparation for next session, so we're not going to be getting into it too much. But go ahead.
Yeah, just before Vast does elbow up to the bar in order 2 large ales. He takes one for himself and he gives one to his new bard friend. I've never seen somebody fly at eye level to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her one.
And she's going to go, is this a pint?
I'm gonna wait until he says something to me before he.
I hand it
take her
to you,
here,
like.
and I say,
What are we doing with now?
Where's the good performing space?
I'm just waiting for Cassie to sing to us.
"Oh, I will. Don't
What is
worry.
it?
Don't
This
worry.
is not
I'll
the
sing."
greatest song in the world.
No, I'm just saying, like, Mare doesn't know this guy from next Tuesday. She thinks he's tall, dark, and handsome, but hand
Beer
no
gets drowning things
pile
fucking
of
gently.
hell.
All right, so these are the cast of characters that are currently in the den, the tavern, the most recognizable tavern of the north. Anybody who comes through the north visiting stops in the den, and it is open to both the wolf and the bear clan, and any disagreements are handled quite effectively with a everybody listens to to Mama. What's interesting is that she doesn't have a title, but because she was born without children and without the ability, or she was born without children, most are. She was born without the ability to have children. She has found herself adopting both clans and is able to somehow manage that with the Jarls of both the wolf and the bear clan refer to the Jarl with a deference because they're not allowed to have children, with a deference that is like that they are the mother of all, that everybody has to listen to the Jarl because she is the mother of the clan, right? But Mama has no clan. Mama Yuka has no clan. She doesn't go by Jarl, but she seems to have sway and influence with both clans. But she never contradicts anything that the Jarl say. But this domain is hers, and nobody wants to upset her for fear that they would not be allowed to return. And I don't know if that has to do with the possible addictive effect that the dwarven ale has, or whether that's just her charisma and personality. All right, so that's going to conclude session 2. Anything of note as we end the broadcast?
No, I love it. Thank you.
Nope, that was good.
All right, so we'll do
see you in
some
2 weeks.
Yep, we'll do some tavern interactions in 2 weeks, and then look at where to move on from there.
Sounds awesome. That was a lot of fun.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks.
Here.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Love you.